Aloha and welcome back to Luke Persiani's Fantasy Football Advice YouTube channel. Today we're talking about the NFC North. We're going to start off with the Chicago Bears. And one of the worst teams in football last year, the Chicago Bears decided to give Mike Glennon a lot of money after he's proven himself in all of, 2 NFL starts? And didn't really do that well in them. I have a very strong inkling that Mitchell Trubisky, who they drafted in the draft, will steal the starting job out from underneath Mike Glennon, who will eventually fade away into NFL irrelevance. So nothing to love there in terms of fantasy, so ignore the QB at Chicago. Moving on to running backs, Jordan Howard. What's not to love? I mean, this guy's got no competition for backfield duties. He's gonna get easily 300 touches, potential of 15 touchdowns at the end of this season. I'd put him above LaShawn McCoy. I'd put him above Devontae Freeman. Him and Melvin Gordon, in my opinion, are the future workhorse backs of this league. So really high on Jordan Howard. I'm gunning for him in every one of my drafts. In terms of tight ends, they bring on Deion Sims, the former Miami Dolphin, to tie things off with Zach Miller. Until we see how that shakes out and who's getting the more reps, I think you're avoiding that entire situation. Zach Miller, in my opinion, is still the guy to own over there. Let's move on to the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers. I read a stat today. Aaron Rodgers has finished as either the first or second quarterback in fantasy purposes 7 out of the 9 seasons he's played in the NFL. So if you're spending money on a QB, I'm not going after Tom Brady. I'm probably going after Aaron Rodgers. In an auction draft setting, I'm not spending money on quarterbacks. I'm just going to keep telling you, burn it into your brain. Do not spend money on quarterbacks. It's not worth it. The talent is just too deep. The top 20 QBs, any one of them can finish in the top 10. A running back situation, who'd have thought that Ty Montgomery, the best running back on their team, would start out as a wide receiver last year? He'll be catching a lot of passes out of the backfield. He's a speedy back. He's not the type of guy I like to own at the running back position. Workhorses that are going to be grinding it out and falling into the end zone. I think this is going to be a high-octane passing offense. Once again, Jordy Nelson, what a return to form last year. I think if he stays healthy, he'll get 100 catches easy, over 1,000 yards, double-digit touchdowns. Davante Adams will have another big year, and he's going for wide receiver 3 prices, and he could be the top wide receiver 2 in all of fantasy football next year. I do see some regression in terms of the touchdown totals, but Davante Adams is a stud, and he's still so young. People forget this guy's like 23, 24 years old. He's got a lot of time left before he even hits his prime. So I think he takes another step forward this year in solidifying himself as one of the better wideouts in the league. I like Davante Adams. I'm not drafting Randall Cobb this year. And I'm huge on Martellus Bennett. This is a guy who managed to stay fantasy relevant over at the New England Patriots, even while Rob Gronkowski was in play. And I think he's a true talent. When he was over at the Chicago Bears, this was a guy that would catch a lot of passes, and he would stay active in the offense. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to look to him a lot more than he looked at Jared Cook last year. And I'm very high on Martellus Bennett being the premium red zone threat for the Green Bay Packers. Well, that wraps up the first half of the NFC North. Thanks, I'm Luke Persiani. Over and out.